So if you've been following Nintendo lately, you've probably heard of Splatoon. Nintendo did something they don't usually and gave us the chance to play the game early with the Splatoon Global Test Fire for different 1-hour slots. Well, sort of. If you played the final test fire, you'd know what I mean because the servers were down just 10 minutes in and stayed down for the next 50 minutes. Thankfully, they went back up and Nintendo extended the time for another hour, apologizing. But the first 3 test fires worked almost flawlessly, and I'm going to talk about when they did work. The demo begins letting the user choose the gender, eye color, and skin color of their character. It then takes you to a short tutorial to learn the basic mechanics of the game, and you're on your way. You then choose from 4 different weapons: the Splattershot Junior, which is rapid fire but has less impact, the Splattershot, which is slower but has higher impact, the Ruler, which is pretty self-explanatory, and the Charger, which is basically a sniper rifle that shoots an intense line of ink. You then go into a lobby to wait for 8 people to join, with a game called Squid Jump playable on the gamepad while you wait. It may be a really small thing, but I love how it lets you pick up where you left off each time you're waiting. The actual game part of the demo is pretty simple. You try to cover the most turf with your ink in 3 minutes. The game chooses between 2 maps, Salt Spray Rig and Walleye Warehouse. I honestly like Walleye Warehouse a lot more than I did Salt Spray Rig, mainly because the teams are on opposite sides of the field. It seems to make the map a lot more intense and combat-oriented, with the teams colliding in the center. Being more intensive, it makes it more fun as there's less just covering the field in ink. The combat helps to balance this out, which is why I feel Walleye Warehouse is more fun to play on. It would feel like a chore occasionally, but most of the time there is this sense of fulfillment about covering everything in ink, seeing your points increase, and ultimately helping your team win. But most of the time, you're still under the threat of the other team anyways. On the weapons, I really only use the Splattershot Junior because I always found it enjoyable. The rollers can appear to be very powerful, but only if they sneak up on you. Very few people were chargers, as being a sniper really wasn't always the best of help unless you're skilled at it. Overall though, the weapons seemed to work great and were fairly balanced. The music of the demo consisted mainly of 3 tracks. 2 enjoyable, 1 not so much, at least to me. The main theme I've always liked, and 2 new tracks were introduced. One of them I found to be very obnoxious, and the other very enjoyable. There was also music for the lobby, and it was just rather calming. I liked it. On a side note, there was this one time where, the match was going fine, and then suddenly 6 people died. I don't know what happened. 4 people on the other team, 2 people on my team. I survived. Another person on my team survived. I don't know how anyone else died because I didn't see them die. But basically, we were the only 2 people left. And the other people, they didn't respawn. So we basically won 70 to 9%. And it was, I don't know how it happened, but that was the one match that didn't fully work. Overall, I'm hyped for the full release. The test fire wasn't perfect, but it's certainly far from the full release and was just meant to test the Splatoon servers. The full release will include a single-player campaign as well as 5 total maps, one-on-one local multiplayer, and another online mode called Splat Zones once enough players reach level 10 in the game. There's also going to be tons of post-launch DLC that'll come out over the summer, so I don't see myself putting down the game too soon after I get it. Or, the game could suck, but I'll wait and see. Thank you so much for watching my preview video for Splatoon. I'm really hyped for the game, excited for it, comes out pretty soon. Hopefully I'll be able to put out a review video of the game once I play it enough, somewhat soon after the game releases. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share, that stuff, And I will see you in my next video. Maybe you can click on something here, I don't know. See ya.